Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal episode number 586 based on novel. So let's start. This voice was cold as the winter wind, and it set off a huge wave as it echoed. Yang Lu's eyes narrowed and revealed a hint of joy. Compared to Lu Wenran, for some unknown reason, she would rather Wang Lin have it. There was also the old man named Ju. His expression changed greatly and there was fear in his eyes. Shudongda's eyes revealed a strange light as he looked at Wang Lin, but no one knew what he was thinking. The three early-stage void turbulent cultivators looked up and began to pay attention. There were also the more than 1,000 cultivators below. They were all startled and didn't expect such a thing to occur. Someone would disagree with Lu Wenran's decision after the soul armor appeared. It has to be said that although Lu Wenran was injured, his cultivation was still there. His cultivation was not something ordinary cultivators could challenge. As Wang Lin's words echoed, he charged out with the long-prepared spatial bending. He appeared before the soul armor and blocked Lu Wenran. Wang Lin. Lu Wenran's eyes revealed crazed killing intent. He didn't expect Wang Lin to be in the underground palace. When he had fled underground, he saw Wang Lin. He had deliberately sealed the underground palace the moment he entered to kill Wang Lin with a borrowed knife. However, not only had Wang Lin not died, but he had come to destroy his plan. Now he could no longer hide the killing intent in his eyes. "You dare to stop me? You're courting death." Lu Wenran charged at Wang Lin and raised his right hand. His mid-stage void turbulent cultivation erupted. "Do you dare to injure me in the eye of the public? I'm an elder of the Great Soul Sect, someone that old ancestor Green Bull sent to guard this place. You dare to injure me? Are you not afraid of the pursuit of the Great Soul Sect? Are you not afraid of the anger of old ancestor Green Bull? Are you not afraid there will be no place for you in the Heavenly Bull continent because you killed an ally during a war?" Wang Lin didn't dodge at all as his voice echoed. As he roared, the more than 1,000 cultivators below remembered that the elders that came from the Great Soul Sect weren't just Lu Wenran, Yang Lu, and Shudongda. There was a fourth person. Lu Wenran's expression changed and his body subconsciously paused for a moment. Wang Lin seized the opportunity to step back, but when he touched the soul armor, it showed no sign of integrating with him. This caused Wang Lin's eyes to narrow. Lu Wenran stared at Wang Lin. Along with the killing intent in his eyes, there was also mockery. "The soul armor has not reached the last step, so you can't fuse with it." Wang Lin remained calm as he stared at Lu Wenran and slowly said, "It doesn't matter if I can't fuse with it, but I don't agree with you fusing with it." Since he first entered the palace, he had kept a low profile. Even the other people here had forgotten that he was an elder of the Great Soul Sect. However, at this moment, he became arrogant and no longer kept a low profile. His words and actions immediately attracted the gazes of the below. Many of them didn't understand how Wang Lin dared to go against Lu Wenran with his cultivation level. However, the viciousness of his words was more powerful than any treasure, making Lu Wenran not dare to act. As Wang Lin had said, if Lu Wenran attacked today in front of everyone else, unless he killed everyone present, the Great Soul Sect would never forgive him. Even if everyone here were to die, the old ancestor would still be able to divinate this kind of big matter. He would still be hunted by the Great Soul Sect. At that time, he would have no place in the entire Heavenly Bull continent. Just thinking about this made him become covered in cold sweat. How would he dare to attack anymore? Lu Wenran stared at Wang Lin and slowly said, "So it was Elder Wang. When you suddenly appeared, I thought a spy had entered to steal the soul armor, so I attacked. Now that I recognize it is Elder Wang, it was a misunderstanding." Wang Lin slowly said, "No problem. Since Elder Lu admits your mistake, I naturally won't fault you. However, Elder Lu, I don't agree with you taking the soul armor." Lu Wenran fiercely clenched his hands under his sleeves, but he revealed a smile. "Oh, I wonder who should have it. Yourself?" Lu Wenran didn't ask for the reason but changed the direction of the conversion to attack Wang Lin. "If Elder Wang has taken a fancy to the soul armor and you want it for yourself, then I can understand your actions. For your own self-interest, you will disregard the lives of the more than 1,000 cultivators here. Elder Wang, I underestimated you. However, even if you don't agree, even if you want it for yourself, you have to ask everyone here if you have the qualifications. Lu Wenran's cultivation level was high, so it was natural that he was cunning. With a few words, he had completely removed Wang Lin's momentum and his own mishap and even turned the situation around. I believe Elder Wang Lin has the qualifications. As soon as Lu Wenran finished speaking, Yang Lu suddenly opened her mouth. Her words were soft, but they echoed through the underground palace and shook everyone's hearts. As she spoke, Yang Lu smiled at Wang Lin. Elder Yang Lu, you have to take responsibility for your own words. Lu Wenran's pupils shrank. He stared at Yang Lu and his gaze became cold. Yang Lu looked at Lu Wenran and gloomily said, I don't need Elder Lu to remind me. Yang Lu naturally knows. I also believe Elder Wang has the qualifications. Shudongda suddenly said on the side. After his words echoed, the more than 1,000 cultivators below went into an uproar. The words of one void turbulent cultivator was already heavy, but now 2 void turbulent cultivators had recognized Wang Lin. This in of itself revealed the problem at hand. Most importantly, they were both Great Soul Sect elders. Good. The coldness in Lu Wenran's eyes became even stranger as he looked at Shudongda. The anger in his heart had reached a limit. Lu Wenran stared at the 3 void turbulent cultivators from the nearby sects and said while gritting his teeth, do the 3 of you think that Elder Wang's cultivation level is high enough to use the soul armor? Are you going to put the lives of the 1,000 cultivators here on someone at his cultivation level? The 3 of them remained silent. They didn't want to offend Lu Wenran, but they also didn't want to offend Yang Lu and Shudongda. After all, they were all Great Soul Sect elders. As for Wang Lin, they didn't take him too seriously. Their silence made Lu Wenran sneer. His gaze landed on the cultivators below. Everyone he looked at lowered their heads, none of them dared to speak at this moment. Since the others remained silent and Elder Yang Lu and Elder Shudongda think I do, what does Elder Lu think? From the start, Wang Lin's expression had been calm. Lu Wenran stared at Wang Lin, and a moment later, he laughed. The anger in his heart instantly disappeared and he restored his calmness. Elder Wang indeed has the qualifications. Now then, it is a choice between you and me. I want to know your reasoning for not agreeing with me obtaining the soul armor. Wang Lin coldly said, you haven't contributed enough to this war. When Lu Wenran heard this, he immediately laughed. I haven't contributed enough. I took you all to fight twice and brought you all back to the underground palace. In the first battle, I held off the enemy mid-stage void turbulent cultivator, and in the second battle, I held them off as well. If not for me, there wouldn't be more than 1,000 cultivators alive, everyone would be dead. My contribution isn't enough. Then, Elder Wang, I want to ask, what contributions have you made? Wang Lin didn't hesitate to wave his right hand. Liu Jiyuan's head appeared in his hand. He raised up the head. He is a Green Devil Continent Void Turbulent Cultivator, I killed him. After he spoke and the head appeared, the entire underground palace became silent, but soon a huge wave was set off. Everyone here knew about the death of the Green Devil Continent's Void Turbulent Cultivator. They had countless guesses about who had killed the enemy Void Turbulent Cultivator. This question had no answer, but at this moment, when they heard Wang Lin's words and saw the head, their hearts rumbled. They were filled with fear and disbelief. It was him. It was he who killed the enemy Void Turbulent Cultivator. This? How can this be? He is obviously not even at the Arcane Void stage, but he could kill Void Turbulent Cultivators. To kill a Void Turbulent Cultivator in such a short period of time. This person must be hiding his cultivation level. His cultivation can't be as it seems. He is also an elder of the Great Soul Sect, so how can he be weak? The Great Soul Sect must have their own plans for sending him. It wouldn't be as simple as sending him here to die. This person has been very low profile and didn't compete with others to live in the palace. Instead, he chose to live in cave like us. If such a person obtains the soul armor, it is fine. When Yang Lu saw the head, she still gasped even though she had already guessed it. Her gaze toward Wang Lin changed greatly. It really was him. There was also Shu Dongda beside her. His pupils shrank and a huge wave was set off in his heart. As for the 3 void turbulent cultivators from the nearby sects, they were even more shocked. Their eyes were filled with disbelief as they looked at Wang Lin. The old man named Ju felt his heart skip a beat. He suddenly thought about the door to the cave that he had destroyed but hadn't repaired yet. An uproar echoed from below and entered Lu Wenran's ears. His calm expression fluctuated as he stared at the head filled with fear and unwillingness in Wang Lin's hand. His heart trembled. He clearly knew that if he let things continue like this, then Wang Lin's contribution would be similar to his. He refused to allow such a thing to happen. Elder Wang is joking. I personally saw a senior with inexplicable cultivation kill this person and throw the body aside. I didn't expect you to take his head to pretend you killed him. Lu Wenran's expression revealed nothing as he spoke. With this identity, he could not say such things, but for the sake of using the soul armor, he had to slander Wang Lin. Because the last step of fusing with the soul armor was the will of all the participating cultivators here. Only by obtaining the approval of the vast majority of the cultivators here could he fuse with the soul armor. Once he fused with it, he would no longer need to consider the opinion of anyone else. Elder Wang Lin, I didn't expect you to do this. With your cultivation, how could you kill a void turbulent cultivator? It's fine if you can't kill a void turbulent cultivator, it's fine that you avoided the battle. No one will say anything, even though many people from the 3rd Meridian have died. But even though they died bravely. I will not forget them, no one here will forget them, the Heavenly Bull continent will not forget them. Put away the head and back down. I can pretend nothing happened. Otherwise, if you continue to play with us and pretend to take credit, I can kill you without asking the ancestor. Because your behavior is not just an insult to me but an insult to the more than 10,000 dead souls here. Lu Wenran roared at Wang Lin with a strange force in his voice. His expression was very excited, as if he was very angry about Wang Lin's behavior. But he was still restraining himself as if he was grieving. His words immediately caused the uproar of Wang Lin taking out Liu Jiyuan's head to die down a lot. The more than 1,000 cultivators below began to silently ponder. There were many people who looked at Wang Lin with contempt and anger. Elder Lu's words are quite accurate. He could never achieve it with his cultivation level, he must have taken the head to pretend. This kind of person is simply too shameless. That's right. With Elder Lu's cultivation level and identity, how could he lie? If he saw someone else act, then it should be accurate. There is something wrong. If Elder Lu had witnessed it, why did he only mention it now? In the midst of the uproar, only the few void turbulent cultivators remained quiet. They naturally had their own judgment and calmly looked at Wang Lin and Lu Wenran. Listening to Lu Wenran's words, Wang Lin shook his head. He looked at Lu Wenran with a hint of mockery and revealed a smile that wasn't a smile. Wang Lin didn't seem to care. When Lu Wenran saw Wang Lin's expression and gaze, his heart skipped a beat. However, he had carefully thought about this, and there was no way for Wang Lin to take out any real evidence. Unless it was an origin soul. Thinking about this, Lu Wenran no longer worried. Although he hadn't watched that person die, he had sensed Liu Jiyuan's origin soul collapse, so he knew there was no chance the origin soul was still around. I took out his head and you say I'm faking it. Then look at this. Wang Lin's gaze became cold and he no longer wasted time arguing with Lu Wenran. He waved his right hand and a second head appeared. This head was the Green Devil Continent Void Turbulent Cultivator Shu Datsai. Shu Datsai's head was in a sorry state. His empty eyes revealed endless fear and resentment. There were dry blood marks coming out of his orifices. The moment the head appeared, the entire underground palace became dead silent. Everyone's gazes were locked onto the head. Even the 3 void turbulent cultivators from the nearby sect suddenly stood up. It's him. Shu Datsai. I battled against him in the first battle. He can cast spells extremely fast. Ordinary cultivators at the same cultivation level would not be his match. I was wondering why he didn't show up in the second battle. It turns out he was killed by Elder Wang. The three of them all gasped and looked at each other. They saw the fear and shock in each other's eyes. Yang Lu's expression also changed, and she subconsciously stood up. She stared at Xu Detsai's head and was filled with disbelief. She already thought it was crazy for Wang Lin to kill one, but now she saw the second. There was also Xu Dongda. His heart trembled, and for the first time, he looked at Wang Lin with deep fear in his eyes. He had only spoken up earlier because he felt like Lu Wenran was being too arrogant, which made him unhappy. However, now he felt like his actions were extremely correct. If this Wang Lin was not qualified, then no one here was qualified. As for the old man named Zhu, his face was deathly pale. He clearly remembered that he didn't consider Wang Lin worthy, and his words were not polite. Thinking about this, he was covered in cold sweat. This fiend. He has the heads of 2 void turbulent cultivators. It's impossible that he took both heads after someone else killed them. The more than 1,000 cultivators below silently pondered for a while, then an uproar even more intense than before broke out. To them, void turbulent cultivators were divine beings far above them. Seeing Wang Lin take out the heads of 2 void turbulent cultivators was too much of a shock for them. You can say that an old man with unfathomable cultivation level killed the first Green Devil Continent void turbulent cultivator. Then I just happened to see and cut the head off the corpse. Then that unfathomable old man appeared when I went out for my patrol and killed the second Green Devil Continent void turbulent cultivator. I also happened to see it and I cut the head off the corpse, Wang Lin said gloomily as he looked at Lu Wenran, whose expression was rapidly changing. Lu Wenran's heart rumbled like a huge wave. He looked at Xu Detsai's head and his scalp felt numb. He looked at Wang Lin and didn't expect him to have killed 2 early-stage void turbulent cultivators. Even for him, void turbulent cultivators were no joke. This Xu Detsai was so famous in the Green Devil Continent that even he, Lu Wenran, had heard of him. He knew Xu Detsai had a terrifying casting speed. During the first battle, when he battled Zhong Daozong, he recognized Xu Detsai. After Wang Lin spoke, Lu Wenran's expression was a bit twisted and he spoke slowly. I didn't see the unfathomable old man, but since he acted once, there is a chance he acted a second time. As for you having the heads, I can only say your luck is pretty good. Lu Wenran's words were interrupted by Wang Lin's laughter. As Wang Lin laughed, he raised his left hand and a ghost soul appeared in his left palm. The ghost soul let out a miserable scream, and its appearance was that of Xu Detsai. Lu Wenran, and look at what this is. Wang Lin stared at Lu Wenran. When Lu Wenran saw the ghost soul, his face turned pale and he retreated a few steps. He opened his mouth to say something, but in the end, he couldn't say a word. The moment Xu Detsai's ghost soul appeared, all his words from before became pointless. Fellow cultivator June, what are the steps to fuse with the armor? Don't waste time. Wang Lin's gaze swept past the old man named Zhu. The old man's heart trembled and he quickly nodded. Even Lu Wenran was speechless. Unless Lu Wenran decided to kill Wang Lin now, then everything was already set. Fellow cultivators, this is the last step of the soul fusion. Because the soul armor was summoned by your blood and cultivation, whoever is willed by the majority of you can integrate with the soul armor. The old man named Zhu was crafty and didn't specify who so he wouldn't offend Lu Wenran too much. Once he spoke, everyone became silent. Lu Wenran raised his head and killing intent arose within him as he stared at Wang Lin. He was measuring the gains and losses of his actions, but he was unwilling to give up just like this. Bold thief, you pretend to gain merit and insult the dead. You deserve death. Lu Wenran clenched his teeth and made his decision. He would not allow Wang Lin to obtain the soul armor. Otherwise, with their conflicts during this time, he would be immediately suppressed. There was nothing to think about at this moment. Lu Wenran was going all out. If he dies, he can't compete with me for the soul armor. At most, I will do my best in the battlefield and gain merits before heading back to the sect to accept my punishment. I believe the old ancestor won't kill me for a dead man. Lu Wenran let out a roar and charged at Wang Lin. Wang Lin had been on guard the whole time. The moment Lu Wenran charged forward, he immediately retreated. The first spell vein in his body gave Wang Lin extremely fast casting speed. At the same time, the soul armor behind Wang Lin gave off endless ghostly light. Due to the old man named Zhu, the cultivators below quickly made their decision between Wang Lin and Lu Wenran. As everyone was choosing, the eyes of an old man in the crowd lit up and he slowly said, "Cultivators of the extreme sky prairie, Elder Wang Lin saved my life once. I hope you all chose him." With his identity in the extremely sky prairie, his words caught the attention of some people here. Yang Lu clenched her teeth and charged at Lu Wenran. She was going to help Wang Lin resist Lu Wenran. She was going to risk it. There was also Shudonda. He hesitated a bit before he decided to act. Since he had already spoken, he wasn't afraid of offending Lu Wenran even more. Lu Wenran was very fast. He had made up his mind, he had to kill Wang Lin. Even if it was before the eyes of everyone here, he had to do it. He had already lost the upper hand, so he had to attack now. In a flash, he closed in on Wang Lin. As Wang Lin retreated, he took 3 steps. After the 3rd step, his right hand quickly moved and the underground palace rumbled. A 7-colored lance appeared and a second 7-colored lance covered in fire also appeared. The 2 7-colored lances shot toward Lu Wenran. Wang Lin didn't pause, stop retreating. As his steps fell, he raised his hands. The spell vein vortex in his body rapidly rotated, allowing his hand to erupt with terrifying cast speed. Under this speed, Wang Lin's cultivation cycled rapidly. He began launching continuous spells, just like Shututsai. Wang Lin's right hand formed a seal and the war spirit print appeared. 2 palm prints flew toward Lu Wenran one after the other. Immediately after, Wang Lin's left hand formed seals and the world turned into a sea of fire. The realm-burning umbrella appeared. 2 ancient umbrellas, one above the other, released monstrous fire. The 7-colored lances closed in on Lu Wenran first. He waved his sleeve and his powerful mid-stage void turbulent cultivation erupted, causing the 2 7-colored lances to collapse. However, shortly after, the 2 war spirit prints collided with Lu Wenran. Thunderous rumbles echoed. Before Lu Wenran could react, the 2 realm-burning umbrellas released destructive fire that closed in on Lu Wenran. Lu Wenran's pupils shrank. At this moment, he no longer doubted that Wang Lin had killed Shututsai. Aside from Shututsai, no one else could cast spells at this terrifying speed. Only by killing Shututsai could one search his memory for the method. This was just the beginning, he was far from the end. Using the spell vein in his body, Wang Lin retreated and his hands rapidly formed a seal. The illusion of a sea quickly appeared in the underground palace. It was as if everything here had disappeared and turned into an endless ocean. The world was filled with darkness, but in the distant horizon, there was a red line as the sun rose up. Sundered night. Wang Lin let out a roar and waved his hands. The red line expanded infinitely and turned into a bright red sun. The sun suddenly erupted with the power to tear the night apart. In the other direction of the sun, another sun that seemed to be burning appeared. After it appeared, it erupted with the same force to tear the night apart. Immediately after, 2 giant doors appeared above the sea. An ancient aura appeared, making it seem as if time had begun to slow, and it shrouded Lu Wenran's mind. All of this happened in a flash. Wang Lin had never used so many spells in such a short period of time in his life. But this was far from the end. The moment he finished Sundered Night and Flowing Time, Wang Lin waved his sleeve. The spell vein vortex in his body rapidly rotated. Call the wind, summon the rain. Magic arsenal. Mountain crumbles, lands collapse. Dark moon, clear sky. As Wang Lin waved his sleeve, 2 dark moons appeared along with the 2 bright suns, creating a shadow. Lu Wenran was shrouded in the spell of the Dark Moon sect. Thunderous rumbles echoed rapidly. Lu Wenran resisted the war spirit prince as he was being burned by the realm-burning umbrellas and hit with the force of sundered night. As time began to reverse, there was a roar of anger and all of Wang Lin's spells collapsed. The two giant palm prints exploded and the two ancient umbrellas shattered. The sky and sea all disintegrated. Finally, the two moons and stone doors collapsed. Lu Wenran was in a sorry state. He had lost an arm and was already injured. In order to resist Wang Lin's bombardment of spells, he had used all his power. He looked pale as he charged toward Wang Lin. But with Wang Lin's delay, Yang Lu and Shudongda closed in to stop him. Scram! Lu Wenran's eyes were red with killing intent. As Yang Lu and Shudongda closed in, he waved his sleeve and coughed out a mouthful of blood. The blood turned into two avatars that charged toward Yang Lu and Shudongda. As for himself, he rushed toward Wang Lin with monstrous killing intent and a complete disregard for his own injuries. Die for me! As he roared, Lu Wenran raised his arm and grasped the void. A nine-toothed gear appeared in his hand and he mercilessly smashed it toward Wang Lin. A shrill howl echoed as the nine-toothed gear closed in on Wang Lin. Wang Lin's pupils shrank. He knew how powerful a mid-stage void turbulent cultivator was, but he had to destroy Lu Wenran's plan in the underground palace. Otherwise, once Lu Wenran obtained the soul armor and gained a boost in cultivation level, he would be in a dangerous situation. This was his only chance to make himself stronger, so he didn't want to miss it. Sometimes, when one wanted to obtain something, one would have to pay a certain price, would have to possess more courage than others, and would have to make a gamble. Wang Lin's eyes were filled with madness. He dared to gamble and could afford to gamble. He had not used the 3-life spell yet. He would use 1 life to gamble. If he won, he would obtain a great fortune, but if he lost, he would still have 2 lives and could quickly escape. As the nine-toothed gear closed in, Wang Lin sensed death approaching. Without hesitation, he raised his hand and mercilessly grabbed the void before him. Heaven ripping! Wang Lin let out a roar as his hands mercilessly ripped to the side. The nine-toothed gear collided with the rift that was torn open. There was a thunderous bang as 4 of the teeth on the gear collapsed. However, the remaining 5 teeth were like blades of death that shot straight for Wang Lin. In a flash, it was within 30 feet of Wang Lin. It rotated rapidly and was extremely sharp, as if it wanted to split Wang Lin apart. It rapidly closed in. Wang Lin felt intense pain in his body and felt like his body was going to be split in half. The rotating gear touched him and blood sprayed out from his entire body. Lu Wenran laughed hysterically. He had expected Wang Lin to die. In his mind, he had already imagined Wang Lin's body being torn in half and his origin soul collapsing. You're not qualified to be my enemy. Behind him, Yang Lu and Shudongda were too late to rescue Wang Lin. Lu Wenran had risked serious injuries to cough out blood to form 2 avatars to stop them. Although they would only last for a few breaths, he believed it would be enough if he used his full cultivation. Die for me. Once you die, the soul armor will be mine. Lu Wenran roared and sneered as he watched Wang Lin press his hand against the gear and get pushed back. Blood sprayed everywhere and Lu Wenran laughed hysterically. All the surrounding cultivators were dumbfounded when they saw this, and fear and panic filled their hearts. Lu Wenran was like a stranger in their eyes. Mad. He has gone mad. He is killing Elder Wang before us. He will definitely kill everyone here to seal the information. He doesn't care about anything at all. If he obtains the soul armor, I fear he will kill us all and push the blame to the Green Devil continent. The more than 1,000 cultivators on the ground looked at the crazed Lu Wenran with fear in their eyes. Even some of the cultivators that had originally chosen Lu Wenran felt deep regret. Die, 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 die. Lu Wenran's mad laughter echoed throughout the underground palace, but it suddenly stopped. His eyes were filled with disbelief. Wang Lin's retreating body wasn't split like he had imagined. Instead, as the blood sprayed out, he heard the sound of metal colliding. Wang Lin's powerful physical body played a key role at this moment. A lantern giving off a soft glow appeared on Wang Lin's head. The lantern's light shrouded him and caused his painful body to rapidly recover. Lu Wenran's eyes revealed crazed killing intent. When he saw that Wang Lin hadn't died as he expected, he charged at Wang Lin. So what if your body is strong? So what if you have a treasure protecting your body? Die, die, die for me. With one step, Lu Wenran was less than 500 feet from Wang Lin. With the second step, he was less than 100 feet away. He raised his hand and was about to launch the killing blow. At this moment, the heavenly bull soul armor turned into countless black strands. It moved very fast past Lu Wenran toward Wang Lin. All of this happened in an instant. In a flash, Wang Lin was surrounded by countless black strands, and a powerful aura erupted. When Lu Wenran was hit by this aura, he coughed out blood. His eyes were filled with intense fear and reluctance. No. This video will end here.